Songs way too loud because we wanna. Picking up all our friends, fill up the car till it bends because we wanna. Yeah, we just wanna have fun. The trunk's full of wine. We're gonna stay up, have the time of our lives. The night is young, don't need anybody else. We came to party all night long, and we don't need no chaperone. We don't need nobody's attention, yeah, we just wanna dance on our own. We came to party all night long and sing along to every song. We don't need nobody's attention, don't need nobody else in our zone.
Happy Sunday from Ears to Ever After and Tinkerbell. That was kind of fun. She talked on command. That was cute. So anyways, I'm Ellie.
And I'm Ben.
And I think we told you we're Ears to Ever After already. So today is going to be kind of a little bit of a hodgepodge of a show because, well, it's a fun time to be alive. I don't know. First we'll start with a little bit of an update. So we are, kind of revamping. We revamped the website a little bit. We've kind of revamped, maybe not revamped, but kind of streamlined the website and made it a little bit cleaner, made it a little bit nicer. And we've also kind of updated Instagram a little bit. And yeah, so the update being is that we are going to continue to be Disney, and we're still going to continue to talk a lot about Disney stuff, but we are also going to move to being a little bit of a lifestyle channel as well. So we'll still be doing a Disney video every week, and then some of our other videos during the week will either be lifestyle or Disney. So it'll just be a combination. We're just kind of going to incorporate a little bit of lifestyle into our channel. And Tink's going to bed. Because we ended up having to cancel our trip in April. It's sad, but it needed to be done. But don't worry, we are going back next November for 10 days. So it's going to be an incredible trip in November because there's lots of things that we'll be celebrating. And it will be Christmas when we go. Yay! Because we'll be going this week next year.
If everything goes to plan.
Don't be negative, Nelly. We're going this week next year.
Without the dog.
Without the dog. Although my dream one day is to take her down with us and put her into like that best friend's pet care that's right on the Disney property because I think she'll be taken care of so well down there. I think it will be so fun.
I think you should rather stay with Grandpa and get the free food.
This is true. Yeah. She's being so good now.
I'll give her a minute.
Yeah, that's true. So anyway, it's Christmas time at Disney World now, so that's why I donned my pretty Christmas ears, and my green shirt. Although this is not Christmas green. In real life, this is like the most neon green shirt that you've ever seen in your entire life. It's wonderful. But, so the park started to celebrate Christmas. Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, the very first one, was held last week, and I believe it sold out. So, people are saying that it's been a little extra busy lately, which I could totally see because the Halloween parties were a little bit outrageously busy, so it doesn't surprise me that the Christmas parties were busy too.
Yeah.
I saw a picture today of Epcot. Not that we're at Epcot today, but Epcot seemed like it was crazy busy today too. So, people are still going down in droves to catch the end of Food and Wine Festival. And then as soon as Food and Wine Festival's over, Epcot's going to start launching into their holiday celebrations as well. So Christmas, I believe it's something like Christmas Around the World, and then they will also be doing their candlelight processional. Yeah, so Christmas full swing at Disney. So there are some cool things that you can do to bring Disney and Christmas into your own house. And that's what we did. So we are your crazy early Christmas people, and we put our tree up last
Yeah, but
weekend.
just think, there's only 6 more weekends till Christmas.
That's true. And you worked 3 out of the 6 of them. So.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so we put our Christmas tree up last weekend. So we have a lot of different Disney ornaments that we like to collect, and that's one thing that we do on every trip is we try to get at least 1 or 2 Disney ornaments to bring back with us to put on our Christmas tree. And so that's one of the ways that we bring Disney into our house for the Christmas season. And then, what else do we do? We also sometimes will look up some really cool Disney recipes, some of the Disney dessert recipes, or some of the Disney holiday recipes, and we do try to make them here at home, and that's another way that we bring Christmas into our house at Disney as well. Okay, well, Ben cooks.
Like Mickey-shaped cookies.
Yeah, Mickey-shaped cookies, waffles, lots of fun things.
Yes.
Yeah, and then I wear my Mickey ears. I mean, not all the time, but I do put them on from time to time. And that helps me feel a little bit more closer to Disney with the holiday. So those are just some of the ways that we celebrate at home, and those are ways that you guys could celebrate at home as well. So that's kind of how we bring the Mickey or the Disney holidays into our house when the parks move over to their holidays. Alright, so that's enough about Disney and holidays and things like that. So we are going to talk a little bit about some of our experiences this last trip at some of the other parks outside of Magic Kingdom. Although Magic Kingdom was... Did we talk about how crazy busy Magic Kingdom was when we were down there?
A little bit.
It was crazy, especially on our last day. Normally the rain scares people away, but it hasn't been doing that lately, which is insane to me because normally people kind of run out of the parks when it rains, but...
And they feel like a melt and freak out, it's raining.
Not this trip. People were staying and waiting in line, and it was crazy. It was a lot busier than we were used to when we were down there, so... But we won't talk about Magic Kingdom too much, just that it was a little bit busier than normal. But today we're really kind of going to talk about the changes at Epcot that we were able to experience when we were down there. We didn't spend a whole heck of a lot of time in Epcot because I don't know if Epcot replaced Animal Kingdom in this instance, but it felt like Epcot was hotter than the surface of the sun this trip.
It's probably because it was busy.
I don't know why. It was just so hot at Epcot.
It's because Club Cool's not there.
Yeah, no Beverly.
Yep, no Beverly.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody wants Beverly.
Except me.
Everybody wants Beverly.
Fun fact, for those of you that really like Beverly, and it's not like a joke to like Beverly
and
for
we've
you,
said this before, but we'll carry on saying it.
you can purchase it at Downtown Disney. What? Some people actually genuinely like Beverly. I don't know who those people are, but for those of you that do, you can buy it at the Coke store at Disney Springs. And I think I said Downtown Disney 5 seconds ago.
I'm just going to let it go.
Yeah.
Because.
Dude, when I went to Disneyland in 2018, I kept calling Downtown Disney Disney Springs. So I interchanged the two.
Hey, it used to be Downtown Disney.
It did. But anywho, but yeah, so Club Cool is not there anymore, so that was a bummer. They have alluded to the fact that they may bring back elements of Club Cool when the renovations are done, but there's no concrete plans of how.
Well, the requirement is you've got to have Beverly in order to walk into the park.
Yeah, okay. So I don't know if they were gonna put some of the different beverages in their respective countries. So I don't know if Italy's gonna get Beverly or wherever the rest of the sodas come from, if they're gonna put them in their respective worlds, or if they're gonna bring back kind of a little Coke area for Club Cool. They haven't really announced what they're gonna do. They did say that they would bring back the soda tasting in some capacity, but they didn't say how or when or any details, so who knows?
When it switches to Pepsi.
I wish, but
It won't happen.
it won't happen. I mean, I like Coke too, don't get me wrong. I do like Coke. I like the Coca-Cola Bear. I love Diet Coke around the holidays just because of all the cute little Coke Bear commercials. Because they're adorable. But yeah, so that's one major thing that's gone. The other major thing right now that's temporarily closed is the Starbucks at Epcot. So the Fountain View is closed, so you can't get Starbucks at Epcot
But you can
right
get
now.
Joffrey's.
You can get Joffrey's. Joffrey's is really good. Their cold brew is like out of this world delicious. I really hadn't tried a whole lot of Joffrey's prior to this trip, but I drank quite a bit of it on this trip because it was more readily available than Starbucks was, and I am pleasantly surprised with how amazing like their cold brew is and their iced coffees were. Very, very, very good. I would highly recommend Joffrey's to anybody in the parks as an alternative to Starbucks. And I love Starbucks, don't get me wrong. I love coffee in general, but Joffrey's really hit it out of the park in Starbucks' absence, so I would highly, highly recommend.
I'm bored with Starbucks.
I'm never bored with Starbucks. But yeah, so that's one thing that I do miss at Epcot is I did miss the Starbucks, but it was kind of a blessing in disguise because it forced me to try something else and something else that I really enjoyed. So that was good. What else about Epcot did you want to talk about?
A lot of construction going on.
There is.
A lot of buildings being built.
There is, and Epcot's like my favorite park in the entire world. Like I love Epcot. I mean, I love Magic Kingdom. Magic Kingdom and Epcot are my two favorite parks. But like seeing all the construction scrim and having everything being worked on at once was kind of a major bummer for me. Just because I feel like it lost a little bit of that magic and wonder because like there was construction scrim and the fountain was gone and there was scrim around that and the thingies at the front were gone.
Yeah, but new things coming. It showed you that.
I know, and I think that's really cool. I do. I'm very excited for when it's all done. I hate that they're working on it all at once because for me, like, I don't know, like, I'm glad that they're working on it all at once in one hand because then everything gets done kind of at the same time and it'll be all reimagined and almost like a brand new park. At least Future World will be when they reimagine Future World into the 3 worlds that it's going to be. But I don't know. It felt like there wasn't enough to do there currently because a lot of stuff was just closed or out of the way.
Kind of like how Hollywood used to be.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, Test Track was still open, Soarin' was still open, so I mean, all the good rides were still open. But
Cronuts were hard to find, and when you did find them, they weren't as good.
Yeah. You want to talk about that for a minute?
No, I'm too sad.
You should talk about that for a minute.
Oh.
Yeah, so the new area over by Test Track where the Cronut used to be with all the amazing toppings turned into the donut box, which, okay, you would think that the donut box would have Cronuts with fun flavors. But it did not. And so now the Cronut is an electric umbrella and...
It is stale.
And they were stale, yeah. They were stale. It was not...
They're mass-produced, left out, and... yeah.
Ben was very disappointed in that. Oh, there it is!
We have found the bug.
Oh my god, it's huge.
What is it, a stink bug?
I don't know, but get it. Ew. Oh my goodness. Alright, there is a gigantic bug, and I wish I could show you, but the camera is mounted currently, so I cannot.
Dude,
But
it's a nice one.
this thing, it's like this big.
I'll be back.
And it's crawling around on my charger. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Come here. Come here, bug. Yeah, so it's crawling around on my portable phone charger. I mean, this thing is huge and it's gonna touch me and I'm gonna put it down now, so yeah, I don't like bugs, can you tell?
It's just gone.
Alright, so that was super fun. Anywho, so Ben's on dead bug duty. But yeah, so that was kind of the that was kind of a bummer for him for Epcot. Is that because cronut is his favorite thing ever? It's like it's like the equivalent to some people how they love Dole Whip. That's how he loves cronut. So for it not to be readily available was kind of sad for him.
Never going to Disney again.
That's a lie. We're going next November.
Never going to Epcot again.
That's a lie. We're going next November. So the other.
Never having Starbucks again. I can do that one.
No, you can't. Because you drink Starbucks at work sometimes. So what else about Epcot did you want to talk about?
I don't know. We didn't have a lot of time at Epcot this time.
You're not.
It was more of an in and out time of thing. Like a lot of things are the same once you go into the World Showcase.
Yeah, I feel like they didn't change up the menu at all for Food and Wine Festival. I mean, I feel like they added a few new things, but for the most part, there's very little change to the Food and Wine menus.
But really, there wasn't a lot of change there. It's just more of what's at the front that changed. Like all the fountains are gone.
Yeah, there was a very strong rumor that there was going to be another country coming to World Showcase, but that did not come to fruition. So there's
Brazil's not coming.
Yeah, so there's literally like nothing that's changed about World Showcase, which is good because World Showcase is a fun thing in and of itself. There is one quick difference though. Mickey and Minnie are meeting over by International Gateway while their character meet and greet is closed out in Future World. So that's kind of a thing.
Like the entrance to the other side's a little different because you got Skyliners now.
The Skyliners, the Reedy Creek Death Buckets.
But really, a lot of the stuff hasn't changed. It's just where you see the construction, like where Paris, the France, you got to leave Ratatouille.
That's really cool though.
Construction going on.
It's really cool how you can see the construction from the Skyliner when you're coming in. One caveat I will say is that I decided how I felt about the Skyliner well before the incident, if you will, happened. Yeah, I rode them and they scared me.
And I loved them.
It was just,
if heights doesn't bother you, you'll love them.
It was, they swayed a little bit and then they...
Okay. Tight, small spaces and height, that doesn't bother you, then you're okay. Oh yeah, and...
girls not distributing their weight properly so it tilts to one side.
That doesn't bother me.
It bothered me. They were annoying.
You don't like heights though?
Not really.
Yeah.
Not really. I mean, I like roller coasters, don't get me wrong, but, like, I don't know what it is. The Skyliners were just not... The Skyliner, I'll ride it because it generally is a quicker way to get from point A to point B, but, it's just something I gotta work on getting over because it kind of freaked me out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Epcot... I don't know what even else to say about Epcot. It's gonna be amazing when it's done, but... It's going to be great when it's done, but until it's done, it's kind of a hot mess. And, like, I totally get it, though. Like, and if I say like one more time, I feel like y'all are going to shoot me. But I get it. Things need to change, and things need to be updated, and construction needs to happen in order for something newer and nicer and more amazing to come in from. So, I have no doubt in my mind that when it is all done, it is going to be amazing.
But the only person that people that it's really gonna suck for are the ones that are going with this their first trip ever, or
their only trip ever.
They managed to save up for the vacation, and it's taken them 10 years to save up, and they get that.
Yeah,
that's how vacations go.
It is. I mean, just think of all those people that saved up and saved up and saved up to go to Disneyland, and the castle was all behind Scrim. Hi, Daredevil. But yeah, so that's kind of that. And then I guess we need to address the elephant in the room that is Epcot Forever.
I was actually looking for an elephant in our room.
Ha 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 ha.
Are you an elephant?
We were huge fans of Illuminations, and I know there's a lot of controversy surrounding this because, you know, people are like, well, you're not a true Disney fan if you don't like Epcot Forever because it's got Walt's voice and it goes over the history of Epcot and it's really special and meaningful, but it just, it didn't do it for me. And I literally cannot wait until Harmonious comes out so that we can see it.
I don't know, using Walt's voice would be more meaning at Disneyland than Disney World.
Well, kind of, yeah, but I mean, or maybe using Walt's voice would be amazing because that did give me goosebumps and chills, but, like, not having it next to, like, I don't know, this is gonna make me sound like a horrible person, but, like, all the kitty things, like, all the kitty voices that they had in it, it just made it feel a little bit juvenile and not, like, I don't know, an amazing...
I've said it before, I'll say it again. Epcot's more for the adults, not for the kids.
Yeah, so, I don't know. The flying kites were cool, but I feel like Epcot Forever was something that kind of belonged in Magic Kingdom, almost.
With a different name, of course.
Yeah, with a different name. Like, that's just kind of how I feel. And don't get me wrong, because if they ever take away Happily Ever After, I might cry because...
I figured out what it reminded me of.
What?
It's a Small World. Little kids sing.
Yeah. But no, I love Small World. But yeah, no, Epcot Forever missed the mark for me. I'm not saying it was the most horrible show I've ever seen, because it's not, but it with Illuminations being as powerful and magical as it was, I feel like Epcot Forever took that and totally squashed it and went in a completely different direction, and I don't know, it wasn't for me. I can't wait to hear the previews for Harmonious, and I hope that it comes sooner rather than later, and that it will be as amazing as I envision it will be. So, you get pretty baby. You get this pretty girl. She's so sweet. So, any other fun Disney things that you want to talk about from our trip last month?
I don't know. It's a little short.
It was one of our shorter... It actually might have been our shortest trip ever.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It's our second shortest trip ever, and I don't count our first trip because we didn't have tickets to the park for our first trip. That was for a wedding, and we'd never been at Disney World before. But that same year in 2011, we only went for, 3 days for my birthday?
Yeah.
And to celebrate our engagement. So... yeah, this was our second shortest trip ever, and I really, really did not like the fact that we were only there for 5 nights. Like, we've never, ever, ever gone for that short of a length of time. And I don't really ever want to do it again. Although we were going to do it in April. We were going to go for 3 nights in April, but something came up, and flights were ridiculous from upstate New York. Any of the major airports in this area, Albany, Syracuse, Rochester, Buffalo, they were all incredibly, incredibly high. It was March, not April. But
could have been June. We don't know.
No, we were gonna go at the end of March, but it was gonna end up being like $3,000 for just 3 nights, and it just wasn't worth it, unfortunately. I mean, it was worth it, don't get me wrong. Like, I would have done it, but we have some things that need to get done at home that need to come first financially around the house.
Yeah, we have to be adults sometimes.
Yeah, so we've got to get some stuff done around the house, and so we're gonna do it big in November. It's gonna be 10 days. It's going to be a combo trip of birthdays, anniversaries, and most importantly, graduation from college. So I'm going to have to order my graduation ears online or beg a friend to bring some back for me from their trips. So we shall see. But yeah, It was fun. It was an amazing trip. We're still so excited that we got to go and got to spend 2 nights closing down Magic Kingdom, and we got to try a couple things from Food and Wine Festival. We got to see the new Star Wars land. We got to do Flights of Passage. So as rushed as our trip was and as much core stuff as we missed, we really did get to try a whole lot of new things this year. And that was really fun as well.
Yeah.
So, yes. So anyways, we're going to go for the night. We're going to sign off here. This Wednesday's video will either be a lifestyle video, or if I can get my act together and actually edit our park vlog, we might do the park vlog for the midweek video. So we will see, but we will be back midweek with a video, and we hope you stick around with us as we kind of grow and evolve. And the reason that we're going to incorporate some local and some lifestyle things into here is because we don't live in Florida currently. And we do only get to go to the parks once or twice a year. And
we'll be repeating ourselves every 2 seconds, and that's kind of boring.
Yeah, so without having that daily or even, every couple of months being able to go to Disney, we just kind of feel like there's not enough for us living 1,200 miles away that could possibly sustain just Disney all the time. But we do still want to be part of the Disney community. We still want to make videos. We still want to evolve this channel. So we hope that you'll stick around for us as we bring you around some cool places in New York. We might go to New York City this spring instead of Disney. Shh, he's shaking his head no, but he already agreed. So we might be going to New York City this spring. We might be going to Philadelphia. So there's lots of fun things that we might do in between now and next November. But we're still going to bring you amazing Disney content as well. So, we're still going to talk about Disney. We'll still kind of show you how we incorporate Disney into our everyday lives. And we hope you'll stick around and grow and embrace that with us.
Yeah. I was like, my fingers even.
Yeah, she likes to chew, and we don't have a toy for her right now.
Just my fingers.
They're in the living room, and we are in the office. So, with that being said, we're going to call it a Sunday, and we hope you guys have an amazing, amazing week. And we'll be back later this week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.